What is up, guys? This is kind of a unboxing and first impressions kind of video of the Steam controller and the Steam Link that I go away. Goddamn low power message on my phone. Yes, I picked these up the other day. There was a sale on Steam. I assume it's, to be honest, because they're going to stop kind of manufacturing these Steam Links, probably because they only kind of do 1080p, and you know, everything's moving to 4K now. Apart from me, I'm not moving to 4K. Fuck 4K. Yeah, so it was on sale. This was something like $10.99. The controller was on sale as well, but it wasn't. It was still about 30. I think both of these, I think it was a deal and it was 40 quid for the both of them, but the postage is kind of horrendous on Steam. Not surprising, because they came from Holland and they came quite quickly. It said it was dispatched, and then like 1 or 2 days later it turned up, which I wasn't really expecting. So I've actually already opened these, but I'm gonna I've put them back in the box, kind of. You'll see what I mean. But yeah, I'm going to open these up and show you what you get. You get this box, which is quite robust, with a sleeve on it. Yes, amazing stuff on that. Put that over there. And you get this blue box, which I just said was quite robust. Here is the actual Steam Link unit. It has the USB there. It has, it's kind of hard to see, power, another USB, well, another USB again, 2 USBs on there for a total of 3 USBs on the system, Ethernet port and a HDMI. Obviously you'll need that, and that's pretty much it. The bottom is nicely kind of a mass of rubber there with a kind of hole for the serial numbers and all that kind of shit. Side's glossy. It's still got the plastic on. I've not actually took that off because I didn't really notice that. And yeah, it's quite a weighty unit. I believe it runs a kind of custom version of Linux. You can't really do anything with it other than Steam, which rhymes. But you can actually get RetroArch on here, apparently. And what else was there that somebody had working? I think somebody managed to install Kodi on here, but it was kind of buggy and freezes a lot or something. So yes, that's the actual unit. And then in the box you've got your finger hole, so you pull that out. Quick start guide, Steam Link product guide, all the stuff that you don't bother reading. I mean, you're buying a Steam Link, so you've got the internet, so you don't need that shit. And then there is another box, and if I open this box up the right way, there we go, we have some power adapter thingies, and the power adapter is actually over here because I couldn't be bothered to kind of wind it back in, but that would come in there. And you take this bit off here, which I was kind of glad about, because when I first opened it I thought, oh no, it's not going to be like you plug that thing into another adapter. You actually slide that out. It's kind of got the figure of 8 connection, and you can slide whatever plug you want to use with it. It's kind of a global thing, you see. And yeah, there's also a kind of really slim, flat Ethernet cable that I'm not using at the minute, so I can't really use this with Ethernet currently. It's not bad using Wi-Fi though, to be honest. And then a HDMI cable also, which I haven't used, just out of convenience. So yeah, that's the actual Steam Link. If we put all of the gubbins over here to the side, there we go, and we'll get onto the controller. So again, we have a sleeve and a box, very similar packaging, slightly different kind of size box. Oops, a bit bigger than the Steam Link one. And in here we have the actual controller. The initial impressions when you take the controller out is it kind of feels a bit cheap and nasty, to be honest, but it feels light, but it actually isn't. I think it's the size of it, because it's a little bit bigger than say a Xbox One controller. You expect it to weigh more, but I think it does weigh a little bit more, but not considerably more, so it's kind of weird. You don't get rechargeable batteries. I just put them in here. You do actually get two standard Duracell batteries, so they do provide a couple of batteries, and you get your little receiver dongle thing. I plug that into the system, the Steam Link. I don't believe you can connect the controller directly to the Steam Link, but I may be wrong. I don't know. I'm not 100% on that. We have a kind of stand here for your little dongle. So that's that. I don't really use that shit. And again, quick start guide and product guide. Nothing really exciting. So yeah, basically the controller, one analog stick, works as you'd expect, doesn't feel too bad. Certainly feels better than the one on the Amazon Fire controller. This is kind of touch sensitive, so you can kind of brush it, and you can, you know, the list of games in your Steam library, you can scroll using that, and it also does all that D-pad type stuff. On this side, again, you can use that as kind of a trackpad, and it does have a click. For some reason, you would think that would be your left mouse click, but no, they like to put it as the right trigger for some reason. Backwards and forwards buttons. This button to turn the controller on and also bring up your Steam kind of overlay, and your A, B, X, Y as you'd expect. On the back there's these annoying kind of paddle things, which are, I don't know, they just annoy me, to be honest, but some people do like them on the first person shooters. But the problem is you will suck like shit trying to play online with that. It's not the best, to be honest. I did have a good time kind of playing the original Witcher, which you can't really play with a controller as far as I'm aware. So yeah, it was okay playing that in the living room with the trackpad, and it's probably good for games like Phantasmagoria and all your FMV games, and maybe some strategy games and stuff like that. Micro USB at the top, two bumpers left, right, and a couple of triggers left, right, and like I say. So on the back, if we lift this off, this is where your batteries go. Now the reason I kind of took these batteries out is just to show you. You can see there the bottom of the batteries are kind of, you know, the no big deal, but the things there are scraped, and it's because these bloody batteries are so hard to get into this thing. So much force, and then you kind of have this thing that you push in to get the battery out again. It's kind of awkward, but once they're in there, they are snug. But it's kind of annoying because obviously these, I don't believe these batteries are going to charge themselves up in here. So I imagine it's only going to be a matter of time before the controller is fucked, because you have to use so much force getting the batteries in and out. It does mean that they're not rattling around. I mean, I had an Xbox 360 controller. I used to use it with rechargeable batteries, and like if you just like knocked it or something, the controller would disconnect. So you're not going to have that issue. But I do kind of worry about the longevity. But to be honest, I can't really see myself using this controller that much. I got it because it's more of a like oddity, and I thought it's pretty cool. So yes, that is what you get in the boxes, and I will probably now connect it up and show you a little bit of how it works. Here I am in front of the TV, and as you can see it says no signal, so I'm going to flick this switch here and turn this on. I've actually got the Steam Link. I've kind of disconnected my Xbox One and sat it on top of there, and this is kind of the kind of boot up screen. What else was I going to say? Yes, the system is one of those annoying systems like the Amazon Fire Stick that just starts up. It doesn't have an on and off, so it fucking winds me up, to be honest, but it is what it is. So yes, this is what we get first of all, and it, you know, basically you need some sort of controller to control the system. So as soon as you turn on the controller, you will see here it comes up with a list of kind of Steam devices, I guess, computers, and here's my gaming PC. So I do that, select that, and should come up, and it will launch big picture mode on my PC, and we can kind of browse the library and do all the things you can do in big picture mode. I've just bought Unreal, pack of Unreal games and shit, so that's pretty cool. I also added Kodi onto my kind of Steam library, so I can start that up like that, so I can kind of use that for all the add-ons and things. How do I exit this? Did have to do a little bit of configuration for Kodi with the Steam controller, because the controls are fucked up by default, because obviously it's not really designed for it. But what else can we do? I will basically, if I can get, what have I played recently? The Witcher, that's what we want. I'll get The Witcher up and just show you that. There's not really much point me showing you things like Call of Duty, CSGO, because they play like shit with this trackpad. And yeah, basically this is just mirroring now what is happening on my PC. I'll turn that down a bit. So yeah, basically if you look at my PC monitor now, this is what will be going on there. So I am using Wi-Fi at the minute. It's probably best if you use a wired connection, and I'm not really sure how, well, I assume downloading and things like that are obviously going to affect my streaming. And I don't want new game, actually, I want a load game. Just, it's weird getting used to that there being the right click. So you can see here, this is the touchpad thing working, and it's not bad for games like this, but like I say, it's completely useless for first person shooters. But it is good at enabling games such as The Witcher, so that you can just sit down at your in your living room or whatever. I mean, I've got this now, I'm just showing you in the game room, but I would actually be using this system in the living room. So there you can see, that's looking around, and then your left stick, that is you're kind of emulating your arrow keys on your keyboard. And yeah, you press buttons and stuff happens basically. It's not the best for when you're in combat, but if you play the game on easy, you should be alright with it. What else is there? What else is there to say about this Steam controller? Not much, to be honest. It enables you to play games like The Witcher on the couch, on the sofa, whatever you want to call it, wherever you're from. And yeah, it's also not bad for, if I press this and I go to, how do I get to back to big picture mode? just exit the game. Struggling here with the camera and the controller. So close the application, and if we go back, oops, you what? Just disconnecting them for some reason. If we go back, I've also just purchased the Night Trap anniversary thing. No, I want to go back again, don't we? Sorry about this, I'm not really clued up in Steam Big Picture mode. Yes, we can now basically just access our desktop, so we can go into the game folder here that I made, which has kind of shortcuts for all of my games. They're not really of any use, it just helps me keep a track, because in the corner it says 313, so I can actually see how many games I've got installed on the computer. But yeah, I can basically do now, with Steam minimized, anything that I could do on my computer. I can also, I did this yesterday, I can also put a mouse and keyboard with the wireless dongle into the Steam Link, and then just use a mouse and keyboard. So it's a great way of extending your desktop, but it is kind of disappointing that it's literally all that the Steam Link does. It would have been nice for them to put some additional apps on there. And oh, silly bloody phone giving me low power messages. Yeah, so the advantage of this over the using the Fire Stick is that I can plug keyboards, mouses, Xbox controllers, PS4 controllers and things like that in. You can't do any of that with a Fire Stick because it's not actually got any USB ports on it. So there you go, that is a quick overview of the well, unboxing and overview of the Steam Link and controller. Like I say, this controller, it has its place, but it's not a replacement for, say, an Xbox One controller or an Xbox 360 controller. So after my phone running out of storage and battery power kind of at the exact same time, I've answered the age-old question of can the Steam Link controller charge an iPhone? Yes, it can. It can probably charge many other phones by plugging into the USB port. So what I was trying to say was, I don't believe this unit has Bluetooth. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. It doesn't have the Bluetooth little logo thing or anything on it, so we can pretty much assume it doesn't. So you would have to, if you wanted to use an Xbox One controller wirelessly, you'd probably have to get the wireless dongle for PC adapter thing, whatever they call that. And I did just say mouses. I am retarded, but I'm not retarded enough to not know that it's mice and not mouses. But yeah, I hate it when I do that. I say things and then instantly think I shouldn't have said that, but if I kind of try and correct it, it'll just go. So yes, there we go. A little overview and unboxing of the Steam Link and answering questions such as, can you charge an iPhone using a Steam Link? Yes, but why the fuck would you want to? You tell me.